Hey, how's it going? This is your Daily Sweet Talk for April 28th, 2025. What happens to a green bean if you throw it into the Red Sea? Does anyone know? No, it gets wet. An anti-joke, I guess. You could have put anything for the punchline. I was in a car earlier today, and I called like a Lyft or something. What do I call that? Like, I don't want to say like, oh, I called an Uber or like, any other brand name thing like that. I guess, oh, the Lyft. Well, that was like an elevator, British elevator Lyft. But because there's ride share apps, but it's like, oh, I called a ride share. Well, I'm not sharing with anyone. I'm sharing it with the driver, I guess. Um, anyway, my point is, this was before we started driving, but it stuck out. It stood out to me. There was a video ad playing in the center console of their car that they had to like skip so they could listen to their music. And I know apps like Spotify will do that, which is also crazy to me already, but like, whatever. Gotta make your money any way you can. Gotta squeeze every last dollar out of it. Gotta squeeze every last bit of ad playing time out of us consumers. That's another topic. But like, I think it should definitely be illegal to do that for cars, right? That's crazy. Um, like, I think it's fine to listen to stuff while you drive. You can't watch videos while you drive. One of my parents, who also drives for rideshare apps, who I don't talk to anymore, but this is something I remember they would always do when I was in the car with them, is they would have like their phone attached to like a thing like, well, it's like here, and they'll glance over if they get a text or something, but the road's right here, so I can still see it. Sure, whatever. I don't agree. I think particularly like if I was a passenger and I saw a driver with like if anything other than a map looking at the phone like that, I would probably give a lower rating because that's insane. You can't do that. If you're in a car by yourself, no, you still can't do that because you're not the person at risk. It's the people that are not in cars, that aren't in these big pieces of machinery that are capable of running over and killing people. I don't like cars. I've talked about this before. I also can't drive, but I don't really have any desire to because I don't trust myself controlling a big piece of machinery like that. Well, maybe a forklift. I don't know. I don't know. I'm forklift certified. I know how to eat off a plate. What was I saying? um, Sometimes they would be playing videos that they're just listening to, and I'm like, you're watching a video while you're driving. You can't do that. Like, no, I'm just listening to it. Whatever. Anyway, um, that is distracting. Um, I I think for it to be like actually built into the computer of the car, this shouldn't be possible to play videos from that. That's just so insanely dangerous and unethical to me to be able to play videos out of your car other than like in the back seat. Um, I don't know. That's crazy to me. Um, I know that once you drive long enough, you get used to being attentive, and you take it for granted. That's also a dangerous aspect to it. But sure, maybe you don't need to always be completely locked in. But you still can't be having a video playing. You still can't, even if you're not looking at it, something could pop up that makes you go, huh? And that could be exactly when someone is walking in front of your car. Now, again, I'm saying this as someone who doesn't drive, but I am saying this as someone who has to live in a society where these machines are going past me all the time. And I don't really, pay much attention to that, honestly. I try to just ignore them, and I get honked at a lot because I'm essentially jaywalking. But whatever, man. Humans were here first. I'll jaywalk if I want. Yeah.